Deep inside the pitch-black canopy of the Delhi Ridge Forest sits a 14th-century stone hunting lodge swallowed by thorny jungle. In the mid-1980s, forest guards stumbled upon something that froze the blood in their veins. The rusted iron gates of this ancient ruin, known as Malcha Mahal, suddenly bore a chilling handwritten sign. Intruders will be shot. Dogs will tear you apart. But there was no military inside. Out of the silent shadows emerged a self-proclaimed royal family: Begum Wilayat Mahal, Princess Sakina, and Prince Ali Raza. They claimed to be the rightful heirs to the lost kingdom of Oudh, demanding their ancestral wealth. When the government refused, they did the unthinkable. They moved into this roofless, windowless stone tomb, vowing never to look at the modern world again, surrounded only by ancestral silver and a pack of ferocious, starving Dobermans. But then, the midnight whispers started. They thought the jungle was their sanctuary, but it became their executioner. Inside Malcha Mahal, the royal family's daily existence was a descent into absolute madness. For over 30 years, the prince and princess lived with no doors, no windows, no electricity, and no running water. Think about that. The blistering Delhi summers, the torrential monsoons, all endured under an open sky in a ruined stone cage. They refused all help. They ate from ancestral silver plates, while surrounded by bat droppings and rotting leaves. The local lore grew darker. Villagers whispered that the family wasn't protecting royalty. They were bound to an ancient blood curse. The princess refused to look into mirrors, claiming the reflections belonged to someone else. Then came the year 1993, and the matriarch, Begum Wilayat, was found dead. What the children did next defies human sanity. When Begum Wilayat died, her children did not call for a burial. For 10 agonizing days, Prince Ali Raza and Princess Sakina slept right next to their mother's decomposing body on a velvet couch, weeping in the dark. When the stench became too heavy, they buried her in the courtyard. But local grave robbers, looking for royal diamonds, dug up the grave. They scattered her bones across the stone floor. When the children found their mother's remains desecrated, a final darkness consumed them. Driven by absolute madness, Princess Sakina collected her mother's bones, burned them into a fine black ash, mixed it into water, and drank it. She chose to become her mother's living tomb. Shortly after, the princess vanished into thin air, leaving the prince entirely alone. As the forest began to whisper, Prince Ali Raza was now the last soul remaining in Malcha Mahal. As the mystery grew, an international team from the New York Times tore the veil of royalty completely to pieces. Journalists tracked the family's bloodline across borders, digging up dusty archival records. The explosive revelation shocked the world. There was no royal blood. There was no lost kingdom. The family's identity was rooted in a devastating psychological illusion. The matriarch was actually the widow of a regular government official. Following the trauma of partition, her mind had fractured. Constructing a delusion of stolen royalty she passed down to her children like a curse. They weren't hiding an ancient kingdom. They were prisoners of a shared mental breakdown. But when presented with the historical proof, the prince did something terrifying. To accept the truth meant admitting that 30 years of starving in a roofless jungle ruin was for absolutely nothing. Prince Ali Raza refused the evidence. He retreated deeper into the pitch-black stone corridors, shutting out the world forever. By the mid-2000s, his ferocious pack of Dobermans had died off, their bones left to rot in the thorns. The prince lived like a phantom. Delhi Forest Department warning logs paint a deeply disturbing picture. Guards reported a skeletal, long-haired figure wandering the trees at midnight, screaming aggressively at the shadows. His clothes turned to rags. His hands grew raw from digging for roots. Yet, he sat on a broken chair in the center of the roofless room, guarding his ancestral silver, waiting for a kingdom that was never coming, until a freezing night in late 2017. In November 2017, a foul, suffocating odor drifted from the ruins. The Delhi police cut through the rusted iron chains and stepped inside Malcha Mahal. There, lying face down on a decaying mat next to his ancestral silver, was the decomposed body of Prince Ali Raza. He had died completely alone, starving, guarding a fake empire, Official police discovery files noted no signs of a struggle. It was as if his heart had simply surrendered to the crushing weight of his own loneliness. With his death, the tragic illusion of the Oud royalty officially ended. The royal family was gone, but the decades of concentrated madness, isolation, and raw human terror did not leave the palace. What the authorities found inside the stone walls next proves the nightmare isn't over. Today, Malcha Mahal stands entirely abandoned, a hollow stone carcass rotting in the heart of India's capital. But the terror has morphed into something active. Local adventurers and forest guards state that the energy inside the stone walls is intensely malevolent. Electronic equipment glitches instantly upon entering. Camera batteries drain to zero in seconds, and visitors report the distinct, terrifying sensation of cold breath on the back of their necks when standing in the central courtyard. The decades of psychological trauma have seeped permanently into the ancient stone. The palace remains a monument to a delusion that killed an entire family, and the shadows they left behind are still waiting in the dark. Walk through those woods if you dare, but remember, follow me. Shadows will follow you back.